talk winners and losers with our financial expert, Rob Black. Rob, I feel like every time I talk to you, it's all losers. So everyone bear with us, but it's not looking too good out there. We've been tracking the stock market this morning, and it's not looking too good.
Getting a little bit better,
okay.
But I promise next time we talk, I'll have a lighter story for you. So it happens. Weekends tend to produce a lot of news. So there's a fear of stagflation in the United States. We don't talk on Fridays, but Friday's jobs report was not great.
Yeah.
So oil topped $100 a barrel last night. And actually, I think it was about 115 before it pulled back to about 100. So the jobs numbers are showing weakness in growth, and oil is showing us inflation. That equals stagflation, and that's a very bad thing for Wall Street. If it does turn out to be true, right now it's still too early. About a 30% chance is what I hear. The fear index is getting a little higher. That's typically a good thing because Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, taught us, be greedy when others are fearful, and people are starting to get fearful right now.
Okay. Well, you mentioned oil topping $100 a barrel. Those gas prices, I mean, we're seeing them at the pump. It's pretty unfortunate living in California as we are seeing the highest issues there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about this. Oil prices are going vertical. Obviously, gasoline is a byproduct of oil. So as Americans, we're spending about $187 million more per day on gasoline than we did last weekend. So that's a pretty big move. And it adds up. So the average for gasoline in the United States was up 17% in the last week to $3.48. It's expected that we're going to see another 30 cents added to that this week, maybe 50 cents. So you're looking at $3.75 or $3.95 for a gallon in the United States. Now, again, that doesn't mean much to us because we're Californians. We're currently paying about $5.20. So that could probably go to about $5.60, $5.70 is the expectation. Excuse me, cheap gasoline, if you want to go somewhere, Noel, that's cheaper.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, Kansas, and Mississippi has gasoline at $2.90 a gallon. So I don't know how high it's going to go. I can only look at past history and say it's probably not going to be a long-term problem, but it does depend on the length of the disruption to the supply chain.
Well, and here in California, we've got the summer blend and whatnot has already started, so that kind of is adding to our issues here. Let's talk about the jobs report. You mentioned that also off the top. It was a pretty bad one for February.
That's right. So unemployment crept up to about 4.4%. Not terrible in that number of itself, but the number of jobs being created are just minimal. We saw 92,000 jobs lost in the most recent month. So cumulative under the 14 months of Trump, the Trump boom, as we were calling it a year ago at this point in time, cumulative, they've added about 150,000 jobs. In the last 14 months of the Biden administration, we added 1.47 million jobs. So the Biden administration did much better over that 14-month period than the Trump administration. Now, again, a lot of this is on immigration, and a lot of it's some of it's tied to AI displacement.
We hear here at home, we talk about AI making people lose jobs left and right. Like it is a constant headline that people are losing their jobs here. So it's that coupled with immigration issues seems to really have had an impact over the last month.
That's right. So we'll learn more about that on Tuesday after the market closes. Oracle's going to announce some job cuts with their earnings report as well. So more to come. more bad news.
Right. It seems like that's the one that we can count on these days is people being laid off, unfortunately. Another loser you have in your list here today is the airline ticket prices. That's also, I think, coupled with the oil prices as well, right?
That's right. So one of the losers on oil when it goes higher is jet fuel prices jump quickly. So there's no crack spreads like there used to be. There's no way to hedge. So last month, jet fuel was $2.50 a gallon. Now it's $3.95. It's up 58% in a week. So an airline CEOs are saying this is going to be a ticket prices, we're going to see a quick hike. It's going to start very, very quickly. So United, Delta, Southwest, and American, they're the big four. They're facing about $5.8 billion in extra costs. They're going to try to pass some of that on to you and me. That's $10 to $20 extra per ticket in the last week. It's expected that ticket prices can go up 20% before May. So maybe now's the time to book your ticket per se. So for jet fuel, that equals about 20 to 30% of cost for airlines. So you can see why this happens. Now, the good news is if you fly economy, they tend not to see the price hikes as much as first class and premium economy. They see the highest hikes, and maybe they'll also get us on baggage fees, or they're going to try to hide that ticket price somewhere, so be cautious.
Just trying to get a penny anywhere they can. Finally, spring break travel. There's some issues already being seen when it comes to delays and long lines at security.
Yeah, so Houston and New Orleans reported 3-hour delays this weekend. That made headlines, and I'm happy to hear SFO has an app. So next time I fly out of SFO, I can check how long the security lines are before I even leave for the airport. Oakland Airport, they don't have an app directly, but they do have My TSA. And when you get the My TSA app, I don't know if I put that on my phone because it feels like they're surveilling me.
Right.
But when you get the My TSA app, you can check wait times in Oakland as well. So don't know about San Jose, but there's ways to check on these wait times. So make sure you check before you go because you don't want that 3-hour wait.
No, you don't. You want to be there early enough to make sure you catch that flight. Rob, thank you so much for joining us. Always appreciate your insight. If you want to ask him any questions or check in with Rob, all his information there at the bottom of your screen.